Alright, y'all, I'm gonna wait till a couple people come in. And since today has been the way it is, I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and get something else off my chest. And this is gonna be a different thing. I just really want to know why, even though I'm not gonna get an answer. I know I'm not. I just want to know why, and to give y'all a little prime example, okay? So I'm gonna wait to the 2-minute mark. Wait for a couple people to come in, okay? Now I'm not gonna call no name. It's not to bring none out, and I know the individual is gonna watch this, so I'm not gonna call no name, okay? Actually, I respect this individual because this person is old enough to be my grandma, but I ain't no fool, okay? And I may be wrong, but you know, people have family in different places. But this person reminds me so much of somebody else's family member that's back home. So I can't say if this is something secretly being done and people want me to lash out, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do. But I'm just doing this to let you know I'm not stupid. And I will say, God shows you what you need to know. God shows me what I need to know. Because how I came about your channel, you popped up in my feed. And I liked it, your channel. Oh, I liked it, your channel. Until I started noticing some things. And I'm not crazy. And on one of your videos, you said that people was copying your channel. Copying your videos. That's what you said. So I'm going to ask you this. Why are you copying mine? What did I do to you? Why are you copying mine? Because see, this is how people set it up. They put the notion that somebody is copying their videos, so later down the line, after they done did so much of what you're doing, then they come back and say, oh no, she was doing this. No, I'm gonna go nip it in the bud. Now I'm gonna run it down because I liked you. And it's one thing to be inspired, and it's another thing to just straight copy. Everybody want to say MGL is crazy. But God shows me what I need to know. And it's not always the young or the middle-aged people. It's the older people too. Now, I did the video about the ham hocks. The next day you came along and you did another smoked meat. And you talked about the ham hocks. How they got so much fat on them and stuff. Ain't nobody said nothing about no ham hocks. Okay? I peeped that out. I'm like, nah, this person ain't watching me. That's a coincidence. Come right along in that same video, I did the chicken with the potatoes and the carrots and the onions. Some of y'all remember that. It was in the same video with the ham hocks. I think I had a part 1 and a part 2. You came right along and you did that. Let's not to mention all of a sudden the stove. You had to go get, you know, you had to upgrade that and all that for whatever reason. Okay, fine. Then it was one of my grocery hauls. Yo, did that. I clearly said, I told one of y'all the other day when I was going to have y'all to, I was going to end the live stream and I was going to come back and I was going to do, I was going to have y'all to tell me what you request me to buy. I mean, me to make on here for us the food. I asked y'all that. How many people in here remember that? And somebody said, will you show us how to make your meatloaf? Somebody said, would you show us how to make your meatloaf? Is anybody in here that remember that in the other live stream? So then you go and you start on a meatloaf. You start on one. And you follow up, I'm gonna make my Jiffy bread. That's fine. That's fine. But why in the world all your recipes is mimicking mine? And I told y'all, somebody said, don't do it. I said, email me because somebody gonna do it. But 2 people had already said something. This individual went and did exactly that. Now this an older person who I actually admire, did not think or nothing. But this is how people sit back and secretly watch you. Take your ideals to create them some content and won't say where they got it from. Now I just ran down a whole lot, but it's a lot more. And nobody would never think this individual is doing it because she's older. She's older. And I just came across the channel. And I'm like, wow. So if you go back, because you ain't going to know by the titles, you have to listen and watch. You're going to see MGL ain't lying. And you're going to see how is that a coincidence. But you already said, you know, somebody used to copy your videos. So why do me like that? Are you somebody's grandma or somebody's family member? Because you look very familiar. You look very familiar. People, family move in different places. But I can tell relatives. But you know who I am. You know exactly who I am. And you're too old for that. I admired your content. And you don't have to you didn't have to say, oh, I got this idea from so that would have been the right thing to do. Especially when it seems like we're of the same faith. So I'm going to ask you, what do Jehovah think about that? See, that's the thing of what you do in the dark. You think nobody see it. At some point, somebody see it. Somebody see it. And you popped up in my feed. You popped up in my feed. And I've been watching and admiring. So I'm like, wait a minute now. Huh? Whoa, wait, what? I'm saying stuff. No. Somebody just told me about that meatloaf. You came up and you do meatloaf, doing that, and then make my jiffy bread and all that. Like, come on now. Come on now. But this is the things. And it's fine. It is totally fine. But these are the things that I be talking about when I say you have to watch people of all ages. You literally have to watch people, because never would I have thought. Never would I have thought. I don't know if somebody put you up to do it, if you're somebody's family member, because I know it's a lot of family members on this platform that live in different places that's working together. Y'all won't even be able to put who is kinfolks. Just because they in so many different states apart, that don't mean they ain't folks. So I saw it, I see it, and I know you're gonna watch this because you're watching everything. All I ask, and I know you probably won't never tell me, will never reach out. You're gonna act like you ain't even. But it's no coincidence that down to the recipe, you're doing it right there. Did you think that it was gonna be done constantly? And then maybe later on, some months later, you say somebody is copying you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say it now, because while the timeline is fresh. You can't do people dirty and have a certain motive and think that it won't come out, that it won't be shown. You can't do that. Now, if somebody was truly copying your videos at one point, why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me? Because you know you're doing it. We ain't coming up with the same recipes just like that close together down to the T. We're not doing it. And that was a subscriber that asked me about making meatloaf, and you jumped on it. Because you didn't think that I was going to ever see your channel. But YouTube is kind of messy like that. That algorithm kind of put 2 and 2 together when people saying stuff close, and they recommend it. Yup, that's one thing about YouTube. They recommend it. Yeah, Dolores. Yeah. You have videos to see. And like I always tell y'all, you can click under there where it says show more on each video or live screen. It'll show you the date, the actual date that it was actually put up. I wouldn't lie on nobody. I wouldn't lie on nobody, especially nobody that's my elder, that's like old enough to be my grandma. So you ain't mimicking me that much. You not mimicking me that much. Like, and I don't have no hard feelings towards you. None of that. But I done had a day, and tomorrow gonna be a new day, if it's God's will. So I don't even wanna have to say anything about this tomorrow. I wanna start fresh. 12 a.m. is starting fresh. Okay? It's starting fresh. So I don't even want. So I said, you know what? After I just saw what I saw and saw that it was jumped on, I said, let me go on here and do this because I know you watching. And that's not right. You know that's not right. You know that's not right. You know it's not right. You know? But it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, Jehovah sees. And you know just as well as I do. He sees. He sees. He sees. So, that's what I wanted to say. Just to let you know I see and I know. How MGL be knowing all this stuff real quick? God showing it to me. The devil ain't showing my enemies. Out of this whole platform, you was recommended to me. And I took interest in watching you. Admired you. And all along you sitting in the back watching. I ain't gonna use the word inspired. Everybody ain't inspired. People just looking for a way to get content to make a coin. They don't care about, that's what I be saying. They don't care about saying I do. About saying they ain't got to, don't get me wrong. But I know if I take something from somebody and be like, yeah, such and such told me, you know, that people ain't like that. This is a prime example. Prime example. People ain't like that. I don't care how old they are. These days and time, some of the older ones will be worse than some of the young ones. And then some of it's just everybody, you know. You have all ages of life. So I know you're gonna watch this. I don't have no hard feelings. I'm just here to tell you whether you listen or not. It's not right, honey. It's not right. Ain't no way we doing the same thing that close together. I mean identical. Tell that to somebody else. Tell that to somebody else. We not. I'm glad you now getting into the preparedness and stuff. It's just everything. Ain't nobody no. That's all I gotta say on that, y'all. I'm trying to get caught up on what's happening. You're not crazy, but there are a lot of mean people out there. They're jealous. Yes, I remember. I think I know who you're talking about. They should be ashamed. Yeah, Dolores, you may know. And if you actually pay attention to those videos, really go back. I don't even know if it's been happening and I didn't know. I have to go back past the ham hocks. Past the ham hock one. I think ham hocks was in that title. And with ham hocks being in your title, you're not even making ham hocks. But it's a replay of what I did the day before. And ham hocks is in my title. That's kind of how, you know, you stay intertwined. And YouTube knows that. The algorithm knows that. So, you know, and you will see. You will see exactly what I mean. Yep, won't credit at all. Yep. So, this was mainly for that individual. Just to put a little something. We can't get greedy, okay? You know well as I know. We can't get greedy to where we start stepping on people's toes just for a coin, okay? No hard feelings towards you. You like my girl. You the age of like you seem like you could be the age to be my grandma. No hard feelings at all. But I'm just telling you, do it Jehovah's way. You should know better than anyone. Okay? Don't step on people's toes and don't be right by people just for a coin. Because that's the only thing it could be for. You know? And it mimics someone else too. You can't even leave a comment. It's just so many things mimic this other family who I've had issues with. That's why I say it could be a family member or whatever. Mimics though. Kin folks. Sometimes you gotta let people know they slip showing. I'm glad you excelling in order to let it go, sis. Yes. I've been seeing it, but once I saw the meatloaf, I'm like, dang, that's why I told y'all, I said, no, I'm not going to start the live stream, because the minute y'all start putting it in there, somebody in here with a notepad. I told y'all that. I told y'all that. But you never would have thought that it would be coming from somebody way older, you know? Somebody way older. And it's fine. Like I said, no hard feelings at all. It's just that, you know, we want to do things pleasing to Jehovah, right? I can see here and there, but I mean, my whole little almost every recipe now. Come on now, I can still fix one here or there, whatever, but I mean, when you start just doing everyone verbatim, making your content because you don't think I'll ever see it. Come on, bro. I've been on here since 2015. It ain't nothing I ain't seen with how people try to get around stuff, boo. No, I can't even say boo, because you owe them out of respect. I don't mean that in no type of way. I'm just saying. To do my whole recipe thing, that's not right. And I think you thought that I'd probably never see it. Just like another family, it kind of mimics another family who thought I would never see it. Things are done under, you know, people sitting back just, and then creating their content off of yours. And it's identical. What it's identical for is the sense and the time frame. So that's what I wanted to say. No hard feelings. This was mainly to the individual that's doing it. I did not call your name, especially out of respect. It's all good. But I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You know, I don't understand why you would do that. Especially if you had somebody to do it to you. So you say somebody was copying. You said somebody was copying your videos, and I think you took your channel down or something. Something like that or something. I don't know. I had never seen you until they recommended it. So if somebody did that to you, why are you doing it to somebody else? You know? That don't make sense. And it's not right. It don't make sense at all. So one thing about it, God knows what we thinking in the inside. He know our moves before we do it. He knows if you're doing it intentionally, just for a coin, or if you're inspired. But if you're truly inspired, then the best thing you would do would say where you're getting all your ideals from. Because it's more than one, it's more than two, it's more than three. It's becoming the whole thing. So I leave the inspired part out of it and just say it's just straight copying, at this point. But I'm going to continue on. I'm going to make my meatloaf because my subscriber asked me to do it a couple of days ago. I'm going to make my meatloaf and I'm going to keep on. Tomorrow's a new day. And I pray to God that I'll be able to handle it differently and better than today. Because I can't say won't be no obstacles because they'll get thrown right into play or whatnot. That I'll be able to move past it and keep on, keep on going. So, yeah. So this was mainly for the individual, okay? This was mainly for the individual. And some of you may not never know who that individual is unless you actually watches the channel, okay? That channel. You won't know who it is from me. But yeah, let me get off, y'all. I have not done daily text today because it's been a stressful day. But I'm going to go ahead and end this live because I don't want them the same. And I'm going to come back real quick. And I guess I can go ahead and do the daily text because I do not want to miss it. Yes, it's late. But I don't want to miss it, okay? I literally do not want to miss it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. So I'll come right back on here and we'll do the data text for anybody that want to join in, okay? And to you, like I said, no hard feelings. But let's do things that's pleasing to God. And yeah, let's do things that's pleasing to God. Okay? I'll be right back on, y'all.